When the phone rings began, I never thought I'd be this invested in these characters and their chaotic lives. But here we are, dissecting every twist, every heartfelt moment, and yes, the one twist that had me questioning everything I thought I knew about Sa-eon. And after watching the finale, I'm happy to say they gave us the ending we needed, though not without a few moments that had me shouting at the screen. For those just tuning in, When the Phone Rings follows Hee-joo and Sa-eon's tumultuous relationship, set against the backdrop of family drama, personal guilt, and a whole lot of secrets. The final episode opens with Hee-joo having a nightmare, a painful reflection of her reality. Sa-eon has been missing for 6 months. 6 months! The man just vanished after donating all his inheritance to charity, quitting his job, and leaving behind no trace. At this point, I was convinced the show was setting us up for a tragic ending. I mean, we've seen Sa-eon get shot, but was that real? A dream? And when the reporter confirmed his death, I was this close to believing it. But then Hee-joo's sister implied Sa-eon might still be out there. The emotional whiplash was real. Or I had really terrible subtitles. While Hee-joo searches for answers, we see her heartbreaking journey of piecing together Sa-eon's life, ironically, a life she didn't fully get to share with him. It hit me that her version of Sa-eon was more of a patchwork of other people's stories than her own experience. This theme of missed connections and miscommunication is one of the drama's strongest emotional beats. And what about the Paik family? Talk about implosions. The real Paik Sa-eon was killed by the police during the climactic confrontation. Kyujin, racked with guilt over failing her son, even requested a death sentence for herself. Her final moments with her son revealed a mother who never saw his faults, only her failures. Ui Hyung denounced his family, determined to live a normal life, a bit of a stretch, but hey, good for him. Meanwhile, Mr. Min, the most remorseful of the bunch, got 5 years in prison. It's a messy, bittersweet ending for a family that caused so much chaos. What struck me here was how the Paik family's collapse mirrored Sa-eon and Hee-joo's growth. While one family broke apart under the weight of their secrets, Sa-eon and Hee-joo slowly rebuilt themselves through honesty and vulnerability. It's a stark but fitting contrast. Sang-woo and Yuri gave us a rare bit of sweetness. After months of dating, they got engaged, and honestly it was a relief to see Sang-woo's character take this wholesome turn. It was a nice contrast to all the tension and heartbreak surrounding Hee-joo and Sa-eon. This subplot didn't get much screen time, but it grounded the show in a way that made the heavier moments more impactful. Sometimes, a little romance is all you need to breathe between the chaos. And then came the letter. Hee-joo receives a clue from Argon, a donation to a sign language school made in her name. It's the breadcrumb she needs to find Sa-eon. Now, the Argon subplot? I have mixed feelings. On the one hand, it ties into the web novel's extended storyline, where Sa-eon seeks redemption abroad. On the other hand, it felt like it came out of nowhere. I mean, Hee-joo in a war-torn country, standing among palm trees like she's in Roman holiday? A bit much, even for this drama. Not to mention the controversy this part caused. But it gave us the emotional reunion we'd been waiting for. Sa-eon's guilt over Hee-joo's brother's death was his main reason for leaving. He thought Hee-joo was pretending not to know for his sake, and it broke him. But Hee-joo wasn't having any of it. She reminded him they'd already lost too much time to misunderstandings. Their reconciliation was as dramatic and passionate as you'd expect, complete with a promise to start over. After everything, Sa-eon changes his name to Paik-yeon, remarries Hee-joo, and they start a new life together. Their party scene was a great way to wrap up the subplots, from Sang-woo and Yuri's engagement to Hee-joo reconciling with her family. Hee-joo forgives her parents and Ina, but she's clear about taking things slow. I loved this part. It felt real and earned, not just a neat bow on the drama. The ending montage gave us closure, Hee-joo starting her new job as a sign language interpreter, Yoo-yeon as a state negotiator, and their lives moving forward. And then, the cherry on top, that final phone call. Sa-eon, sorry Yoo-yeon, asks Hee-joo to keep calling him as 406 whenever she's mad at him, so he knows when he's messed up. It's sweet, funny, and so them. Did the show stick the landing? I'd say yes, with some caveats. Sure, the Argon plot and the car confrontation scene were a bit out there, but the character growth and emotional payoff more than made up for it. At its heart, When the Phone Rings is about learning to communicate and be authentic with the people you love. Sa-eon and Hee-joo's story wasn't just romantic. It was about choosing to love despite the pain. And while the plot may have been a 7 out of 10, the chemistry between the leads was a 100 out of 10. They carried this show and turned it into one of my favorite dramas of the year. And dare I say the best romance drama of 2024? And yes, I'm still thinking about that last phone call. You know they're using the 406 stuff for roleplay now. So, what did you think of the finale? Did it live up to your expectations, or were you left wanting more? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more drama breakdowns.